Hi, welcome once again to your space of personal discovery. Remember, don't ever forget, in this space, you are the most important person. Let's once again touch base with the basics. Today, we will be looking at competence versus our personality. Do you know that personality always wins over book smarts? The university may confer you knowledge. They may confer you a certificate and a degree. But competence and capacity, you got the responsibility to build by yourself. In school, you acquire knowledge. It is your responsibility to use that knowledge to gain capacity and build competence. Nobody can do that for you. The highest paid form of intelligence is social intelligence. That is your ability to interact well. Let's look at the ladder of success, for example. At the bottom of the pyramid, we have people who are cart pushers, those that need to use their strength before they can eat. Remember at the time of the lockdown, the people that found it hardest to stay at home were people that needed to go out and work. If they don't work, they can't eat. So usually, when you're looking at the economic ladder, they are the lowest of the pyramid. Just after that, you have people that have little education plus their skills. Maybe they have school sets, then they have learned a skill. After that, you get people that are professionals, the lawyers, the doctors, those that have excelled in their different endeavors in life. But when you get just after them, the people at the highest, they can drop all these things. The only thing that keeps them up is their social skills. People who have learned to sell their visions, people who have learned to communicate with others, people who have learned to galvanize others to carry out their visions for them. For example, we have many politicians, the likes of Baba Dedibu, Amola politics. But don't forget, throughout his life, he excelled in his chosen endeavor because he was a people person. He could galvanize the people, and the people loved him. The late Saraki in Kwara, the same thing. History book is full of all those kind of examples. They have learned how to communicate well. They have learned how to interact with the people they lead. So leading them is no longer a problem. People just key into their vision and help them to get on. History book tells us that Hitler was just a little over 4 feet. He was not even qualified to be enlisted in the army. 3 times he tried to enroll in the army and he was turned back. Finally, when the war was raging, he went back. And then, reluctantly, the general must have said, okay, come and fight for your country. The rest is history. Despite the physical disqualification, despite the fact that it didn't look like it, he was able to get to the top and he actually disrupted the entire world. People like that are good with people skills. You find out that they know how to communicate their vision, they galvanize people, they talk. That is why we say social intelligence is key. Without social intelligence, you fail, no matter how competent you are. Companies now realize that they don't just rely on people's intelligence and IQ. They've discovered that their social skills are sometimes more important even than their IQ in schools. We must never mistake education with schooling. Education is largely a function of information. Schooling is a career. It's what you learn through life. You never stop learning. Once you stop to learn, you start to deteriorate. You start to sink, according to my pastor. It is possible to spend 2 to 3 years in school and still come out socially unintelligent. Social intelligence can be learned. That is the beauty of it. We can all learn to interact appropriately with people. Employers no longer focus on school grades. They have realized that the way you interact with people is equally as important, if not more important, than your school grade. The way you conduct yourself, the way you interact with others is far more important than school grades. I'm not saying that the technical skills of running a business is not important. They are very important. But those technical skills have to be laid upon a strong, compelling social skills. I'm not saying that marketing, administration, and principles of running a business is not important. Company knowledge and job-specific skills can be learned, but you do not train personality, you discover it. We must learn to relate, interact, and depend on other people to fulfill our roles and responsibilities in life. No one succeeds alone. You need people to succeed. And when you don't know how to react and interact with people, your success is already limited. Our visions always come in a size bigger than us. We need to grow into our vision. And visions are usually greater than us. Nobody successfully achieve their visions by themselves. We need people. In every situation and circumstance of life, you are interacting with people. Whether you are a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, spouse, civil servant, name it, whatever. The common denominator to all of us is people. And you need those people to interact successfully with them. You need to have people skills. There are times when you have to look at the perspective from the other person's perspective. When you are stuck in only your own perspective, the most natural way in life is to look at things through your own perspective. But the extraordinary way is to look at it through the perspective of the other person. It is when you start to look at it from the other person's perspective that getting along with them becomes easier. Then they would align with you, come together with you, and help you to achieve your own vision. A lot of times we see people that as leaders, they are able to communicate their vision. And you see others, followers, following them, running with those visions as if it's their own. It is because they have perfected their people skills. That's what we're talking about today. We all need to learn that our people skill is a gateway to the top. The big question now, how do we connect with people and interact appropriately with them? Remember, we are all creatures of emotion. Who we are emotionally is largely who we really are. People will connect with you through emotions rather than logically. We are human beings with flesh and blood. It is your responsibility to be able to connect with people through their emotions. Remember, great minds are not born, they are developed. Success is a process that you subscribe to. It's up to you. Take our test today. It is a gateway and your leverage to the top. If you've not taken your personality test, if you've not taken your personal assessment and you are not yet sure who you are, click on the button right away. Invest in yourself. Take the responsibility today. No one can do it for you. It's up to you. See you next time.